Hi guys, this is Manohar and welcome to Tutoralz. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the topic average speed in the speed, time and distance. Okay, actually this is the second part of speed, time and distance. If you haven't watched the first part, I recommend you to please watch first part of the speed, time and distance, so that you can come to know what is the concept of speed, time and distance and also what are the methods we use to solve the problems. Okay, now in this video, we are going to discuss average speed in this speed, time and distance. Okay, first of all, we need to know what is the concept of average speed. Okay, average speed by definition we denote it the total distance travelled by total time taken to complete the distance. Okay, now I will take one example so that you can clearly understand what is the concept of average speed and also how to use this average speed in solving the problems. Okay, now let's take one example. Okay, suppose assume that I am travelling from Hyderabad to Delhi. Okay, suppose assume that I am travelling from Hyderabad to Delhi. Okay. Suppose assume that I am travelling from Hyderabad to Delhi. So I don't know what is the exact distance between Hyderabad and Delhi. So I am assuming the total distance as d kilometers. Okay. I don't know what is the exact distance. So I am assuming the total distance between Hyderabad and Delhi as d kilometers. Okay. Now up to half of the distance. Okay. Up to half of the distance I was travelled with a speed of x kilometer per hour. Okay. Up to half of the distance I was travelled with a speed of x kilometer per hour. Okay, and after half of the distance, I was travelled with a speed of y kilometer per hour. Okay, up to half of the distance, I was travelled with a speed of x kilometer per hour, and also after half of the distance, I was travelled with a speed of y kilometer per hour. Okay, now we need to know what is the average speed that was travelled by me to complete this total distance. Okay, now we need to know what is the average speed travelled by me so that the total distance is completed. Okay, now how to calculate this? So by definition I have already told you average speed equal to total distance by total time taken. Okay, so this is the basic definition of average speed. Okay, now let's see how to use this average speed basic definition to solve this problem. Okay, see here, how can we denote this? So first of all we need to denote what is the total distance. So here the total distance is d. Okay, so average speed. Okay, here the total distance is d here. Okay, and what is the total time taken? Okay, from the basic formula of speed we already know that speed equal to distance by, that is total distance by total time. Okay, this is the basic definition of speed we have discussed in the first tutorial, right? So now we need to denote what is the total time taken to complete this all the distance between Hyderabad and Delhi. Okay, now we already know Hyderabad and Delhi I have travelled up to half of the distance. Okay, up to half of the distance I was travelled with a speed of x kilometer per hour. Now here I have no x kilometer per hour. I am substituting x kilometer per hour. Distance, what is the distance I was travelled with x kilometer per hour? That is only half of the distance. Okay, so I am denoting half of distance, that is d by 2. Okay, now we don't know what is the time taken to cover this half of the distance. So I am simply denoting it as t or t1. Okay, now what is the t1 here? T1 becomes d by 2 by x, or we can also write it as d by 2x. Okay, now t1 equal to d by 2x. Now what is the total time? That is the time taken to cover this half distance and also the time taken to cover this another half distance. So t1 plus t2, right? t1 plus t2. So first time is to complete this half distance with x kilometer per hour and another distance to complete the with y kilometer per hour. Okay, now if I substitute t1 and t2, I will get what is the average speed value. Okay, actually see here the total distance is d. And what is the t1 we got? That is d by 2x, right? d by 2x. Now what is the t2 here? t2 is nothing but in the same way d by 2y. Because under half I have travelled with a speed of y kilometer per hour, right? So I will get what is the, see here, d by, what is the LCM of 2x and 2y? That is LCM will be 2xy. Okay, now d by 2x into 2xy, that is 2x and 2x will be cancelled and we will get y here. So dy plus dx. Okay, now here what we will get, that is d by d of x plus y by 2xy. Okay, now what is the formula we get? See here, I will get 2xy by d and d will be cancelled here. Okay, x plus y, average speed. Okay, actually this is the formula for average speed when I travel half of the distance with one speed and half of the distance with another speed. Okay, actually this is the formula for average speed. But I don't recommend to follow the formula for solving the problems, because this is only formula that works out only the distance are equal in both the cases. Okay, see here, in the first case I was traveled half of the distance, and in the other case I was traveled with half of the distance. So in both the cases the distance is common. That's the reason with this formula we can solve the problems. Okay, if the distance is different, we can't solve the problem by using this formula. Okay, that's the reason I don't suggest you to follow the formula. So whenever the distance is equal, you can use this formula to solve the problems. And I don't suggest you to follow this formula, because if you keep on using this formula to solve the problems, whenever the distance is not equal also, you use the same formula to solve the problems, and you will get the wrong answer. That's the reason from the beginning itself, try not to use the formula to solve the problems. Now you can ask me how to solve the problems without using this formula. See here, if you have known the basic definition, you can solve any problem that based on this average speed. Okay, the basic definition of average speed is total distance by total time taken. Okay, if it is not given in the time taken, you can simply convert the distance and speed to write the time here. Okay, in this way we can solve the problems based on this average speed. Okay, if you know the basic definition of average speed, you can solve any problem that based on the average speed given in the exams. Okay, now let's solve some basic level problems based on this average speed concept. I have written all the formulas and also definition here so that you can understand when I am solving the problems. Okay, this is the average speed formula when there is two equal distances. Okay, this is average speed formula when there is three equal distances. Okay, here x, y and z are total speeds taken by the vehicle or person to cover the distance. Okay, now let's see the first problem. They are saying that a car travel first 39 km distance in 45 minutes while next 25 km distance in 35 minutes. What is its average speed? So we need to find out what is the average speed of the car. Okay, see here they have given that a car travel first 39 km distance in 45 minutes, okay, and another 25 km distance in 35 minutes. Okay, now we need to find out what is the total average speed of the car. Okay, see here, if you observe the first and second case, the total distances are not equal. So you can't use the formula to solve this problem. Okay, that's the reason I don't suggest you to use the formulas to solve the problem. Okay, always try to use the basic method to solve the problems on average speed. Okay, see here, the total distance is, that is, I have already told you average speed equal to total distance by total time. Okay, now what is the total distance here? That is 39 kilometers plus 25 kilometers. Okay, 39 kilometers plus 25 kilometers. Okay, now what is the total time here? See here, the total time in the first and second case is 45 minutes and 35 minutes. Okay, but it is given in the form of kilometer and also kilometer. In the answers also it is given in the form of kilometer per hour. Okay, but here it is given in the form of minutes. Okay, so first of all we need to convert these minutes to hours. Okay, see here, 45 minutes is nothing but 45 by 60 hours, and 35 minutes equal to 35 by 60 hours. Okay, now we will get, okay, if I cancel with 5 here, 5 9s 45 and 5 1s 5, 5 2s 10, 5 7s 35 and 5 12s. So I will get 9 by 12 plus 7 by 12. Okay, now the LCM will be 12 here. Okay, 39 plus 25, that is 39 plus 15 will be 54 and 64. Yeah, 64 kilometers by 9 by 12 plus 7 by 12. The LCM will be 12 here, and 9 plus 17, that is 16 here. So I will get, if I send this 12 to the above, I will get 64 into 12 by 16. 16 ones 64 and 12 fours 48. So the average speed is 48 km per hour. Okay, this is the average speed of the car. Okay, here the total distances are, both the cases are different. That's the reason you can't use the formula to solve the problem. Okay, always try to use the basic method, that is total distance by total time, to solve the problems. Okay, now let's see the second problem. They are saying that a truck covers 224 km in 4 hours. The average speed of a bike is 1/4 of the average speed of the truck. How much distance will the bike cover in 7 hours? Okay, so we need to find out in 7 hours how much distance the bike covers. Okay, see here, they are given that a truck covers 224 kilometers. Okay, so this is the total distance that needs to be covered, that is D here. Okay, and also in how much time it is covering, that is T equal to, it is given that 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours equal to T. So we have find out what is the D and also what is the T. So we need to find out what is the average speed of the truck, that is average speed equal to total distance by total time, that is 224 kilometers by total time is 4. So we will get 4 5 20 and 4 6 24. So we will get 56 kilometer per hour. Okay, now what they are saying is the average speed of a bike is, okay, the average speed of bike equal to 1/4 of the average speed of the truck, that is 56 kilometer per hour. Okay, so we will get 4 ones 4 and 4 4 16. So 14 kilometer per hour. Okay, they are saying the average speed of a bike is 1/4 of the average speed of the truck. So average speed of the truck is 56 kilometer per hour. Okay, now 1/4 of 56 is 14 kilometer per hour. Now what they are asking is in 7 hours how much distance the bike covers. That is, a bike is traveling with 14 kilometer per hour. So in 7 hours it covers 14 into 7, that is 98. Okay. Yeah, 14, 6, 84 and 47, 98 kilometers. So 98 kilometers is the total distance that covers by bike with a speed of 14 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now let's see the third problem. They are saying that a motor car does a journey in 10 hours. The first half at 21 kilometer per hour and the second half at 24 kilometer per hour. Find the distance. So we need to find out what is the total distance in the journey. Okay. See here, what they are saying is the total journey can be completed in 10 hours. Okay, and in the first half, car is travelled with a speed of 21 km per hour. Okay, and in the second half, car is travelled with a speed of 24 km per hour. Okay, now we need to find out what is the total distance here in the total journey. Okay, now we don't know what is the exact distance, so I am just assuming the total distance as D. Okay, I am assuming the total distance as D here. Okay, now we have already know the average speed equal to total distance by total time taken. Okay, now what is the total distance here? That is D. Okay, now if I substitute this total time equal to 10 hours in this place, I can't get what is the distance, because here we have two unknown variables, that is we don't know what is the average speed and also we don't know what is the distance. Okay, so if I substitute this 10 hours here, how can I get what is the exact distance? So that's the reason I am using this basic method to solve the and also to write this total time here. Okay, see here how to write this. In the first case, we don't know what is the exact time taken to complete this half of the distance. Okay, so I am assuming speed equal to distance by time. Okay, time in the sense, in the first case, let us assume that time is t1 and in the second case, the time is t2. Okay, now speed equal to distance by t1 in the first case. Okay, what is the distance covered in the first case? That is half of the distance. The total distance is d here and half of the distance is d by 2. Okay, now what is the total time here? That is t1. Okay, now what is the speed which has travelled in the first case? That is 21 km per hour. Okay, now if I send this t1 to the left hand side, I will get t1 equal to d by 2 into 21. Okay, in the same way we can write t2 as t2 equal to d by 2 into 24. Okay, see here we don't know what is the total time, because if I substitute this total time here, I can't get what is the distance, because we don't know what is the average speed also. Okay, that's the reason I am writing this total time as d by 2 into 21 and d by 2 into 24, because I am taking this t1 and t2 from the total data given in the question. Okay, see here d by 2 into 21 plus d by 2 into 24. Okay, now if I take this LCM, I will get d by 2 into 21, that is 42 plus d by 24 into 2, that is 48. Okay, now if I get LCM 42 and 48, so I will get 3 14s 42 and 3 16s 48 and 2 7s 14 and 2 8s 3 to 6 7 6 42 and 42 into 8, that is 16 and 33. So the LCM will be d by 336 and d by 42 into 36, that is 42 into 8d plus 48 into 7d. Okay, so I will get d by 8d plus 7d by 336. Here 336 is the LCM of 42 and 48. Okay, now we will get d by 15d, that is 8d plus 7d, that is 15d by 336. So if I cancel this d and d, I will get 336 will be gone to the top side. So I will get 336 by 15. This is the average speed for the total distance. Okay, now we have find out what is the average speed and also we have known what is the total time taken. Now we can simply find out what is the total distance here. Okay, now we have find out what is the average speed and also in the question they have given what is the total time taken to complete the journey. Okay, now we can simply find out what is the total distance. We see here total average speed is 336 by 15 equal to what is the total distance, that is d here, by total time is 10 hours. Okay, now we will get d equal to 336 by 15 into 10. Okay, now if I cancel this, 5 3 is 15 and 5 2 is 10 and 3 1s 3 1s 3 3 1s 3 and 3 2 is 6. So I will get 112 into 2, that is 224. So the total distance for the entire journey is 224 kilometers. Okay, in this way we calculate when it is not given total distance and also total average speed. Now here there are two unknown variables. Okay, one is we don't know what is the average speed and also we don't know what is the total distance in the journey. That's the reason I am not substituting this 10 hours in the place of total time. Okay, you can also solve the same problem using this average speed formula because in both the cases the distance is same here. One is half of the distance and another is half of the distance. Okay, by using the formula you can simply find out what is the average speed and then you can find out what is the total distance. Okay, now I didn't use the formula here because I want you to follow always the basic method to solve the problems. Because when you go to some tough level exams, you can't solve the problems by using these formulas. Okay, you must know what is the basic concept and also basic method to solve the problems. That's the reason always try to use this basic method to solve the problems. Okay, now let's see the fourth problem. They are saying that 1/3 of the certain journey is covered at the rate of 25 km per hour, 1/4 at the rate of 30 km per hour and the rest is at 50 km per hour. Find the average speed for the whole journey. So we need to find out what is the average speed for the total journey. Okay, see here they have given, they didn't give any total distance in the question, so I am assuming the total distance as d. Okay, I am just assuming the total distance as the d here. Okay, so what they have given is 1/3 of the total distance is covered at a speed of 25 km per hour. 25 km per hour. And 1/4 of the total distance is covered at a speed of 30 km per hour. Okay, 30 km per hour. Now what they are saying is the remaining speed. Okay, after completing 1/3 and also 1/4, the remaining speed, the remaining distance is covered at a speed of 50 km per hour. Okay, now what is the remaining distance that is incomplete? That is 1 minus 1/3 minus 1/4. So we will get 1 minus the LCM of 3 and 4 will be 12 here and 3 4 is 12 minus 3. So we will get 1 minus 7/12. So the answer is 5/12 of the total distance. So after completing 1/3 and 1/4, what is the distance remaining is 5/12 of the total distance. Okay, so this 5/12 of the total distance is covered at 50 km per hour. So we need to find out what is the average speed for this total journey. Okay, so average speed equal to total distance by total time. Okay, so what is the total distance here? That is d here. Okay, now what is the total time? That is total time is nothing but time in first case, time in second case and also time in third case. If I add all the 3 times, I will get what is the total time taken. Okay, now what is the total time in the first case? That is, we know what is the speed equal to distance by time. So speed in the first case is 25 and d in the first case is d by 3, right? So by t1. So we don't know what is the time in the first case. So if I send this t1 to the left hand side, I will get t1 equal to d by 3 into 25. Okay, so t1 equal to d by 3 into 25 plus in the same way in the second case, what is the total time taken? That is d by 4 into 30 kilometers. 4 into 30 kilometers. In the same way, in the third case, the total time is 5 by 12d, that is 5d by 12 into 50 kilometers. Okay, so we will get d by 3 into 25, that is d by 75 plus d by 4 into 30, that is 120 plus d by 12 into 50, that is 12 5 60, so 600. Okay, so we will get the LCM will be 600 here because 120 will be 120 can divide 600 and also 75 can divide 600. Okay, here 5d, sorry. So we will get the LCM will be d by 600 will be the LCM. So we will get, okay, 600 will be the LCM. So we will get d by 75 into 600, that is 600 by 75. So 75 ones, so 75 twos will be 150 and 150 fours will be 600. So 75 into 8. So we will get 8d plus d by 120 into 600, that is 12 5 60. So 5d plus and 5d plus 5d. So we will get d by, okay, 8 plus 5 plus 5, that is 18d by 600. 18d by 600. So d and d will be cancelled and I will get 600 by 18. Okay, 600 by 18. So I will get 6 3s 18 and 6 1 6 0 0. So 100 by 3, that is 3 3s 9 and 3 3s 9.3, 33.33. This is the total average speed for the whole journey, or we can also write it as 33 1 by 3. Okay, this is the total average speed for the whole journey. Okay, always try to solve using this basic method only, because here also the total distance in both the all three cases is not same. Here 1 by 3, here 1 by 4 and also here 5 by 12. Okay, so the total distance is not same in all the three cases, so we can't use this formula to solve the problem. Okay, so even though it is lengthy, so if you understand what is the basic concept, you can solve the problem. Okay, now let's look at our fifth problem. They are saying that a truck goes from Haryana to Bangalore with an average speed of 60 km per hour. The journey takes 30 hours. It returns from Bangalore to Haryana on the same road with an average speed of 40 km per hour. What was the average speed of the truck during the round trip? So we need to find out what is the average speed of the truck during the round trip, that is Haryana to Bangalore and in the same way Bangalore to Haryana. Okay, see here they have given Haryana to Bangalore. Okay, the total journey is 30 hours. Okay, and also what is the average speed that traveled from Haryana to Bangalore? That is 60 km per hour. Okay, now we have know what is the average speed and also what is the total time taken. So we can find out what is the distance between Haryana and Bangalore. See here, average speed equal to total distance, that is d by total time, that is 30 hours. Okay, so average speed is 60 km per hour. So we will get 60 equal to d by 30. So distance equal to 60 into 30, that is 1800 kilometers. Okay, this is the total distance between Haryana and Bangalore. Okay, now what they are saying is during the return journey from Bangalore to Haryana, truck is traveling with speed of 40 km per hour. Okay, now during the return journey, a truck is traveling with a speed of 40 km per hour. Okay, now we have known what is the distance and also what is the average speed. So we can find out what is the time taken during the return journey. Okay, see here, average speed equal to total distance by total time. Okay. So we will get average speed is 40 km per hour equal to total distance is, we have already know, 1800 km. 1800 km by total time taken. So we don't know what is the total time. So I am assuming it as t here. So we will get 0 will be cancelled and 4 16 and there will be 2 here and 4 5 20. So t equal to 45 hours. Okay. Now we have known time taken in both the cases and also average speed in the both cases and also distance in both the cases. So we can simply find out what is the average speed for the total journey. Okay, average speed equal to total distance, that is 1800 kilometers while traveling from Haryana to Bangalore and also same 1800 kilometers while traveling from Bangalore to Haryana. Okay, so we will get 1800 plus 1800, that is 3600 by total time taken, that is in the first case the time taken is 30 hours and in the second case the time taken is 45 hours. So the total time taken is 30 plus 45. So we will get 3600 by 75. Okay. Now if I cancel this, I will get 25 3s 75 and 25 1s 25. There will be 110 and 25 4s 100 and there will be 100 and 4. So we will get 3 1s 3 4s 12 and there will be 2 here 24, that is 3 8s 24. So the total average speed is 48 km per hour. Okay. So in the first case we need to find out what is the distance and then we need to find out what is the total time taken for the return journey and then we can find out what is the average speed. And that's it for this video. Try to solve more and more problems based on this average speed concept and always try not to use this formula method. Okay. Always try to use this basic method to solve the problems because this will help you when you go to some tough level exams. Okay. And for more tutorials like this, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.